hammer. This time around, one more lockdown means that like December they will declare Biafra to defend.
December 2nd.
Yes, they will declare to defend. So you know the other.
Oh, Chifuma Kuku. Chifuma Kuku. Biafra je born na Libo.
So mama, so what does it do my brother? You know that one more lockdown wow. If follows, say get here when them destroy that thing. The one me bara call Lile Uterore. My police station. They are white boys so that the market is the Biafra. So one individual do stay. So that I target here in the boardroom. May he wa or ya one lockdown. So when you like
one more question. Big like one bad and no one what see you. Then that 1 month lockdown ask for the business Ganaga. Then the Naga, I don't know the police that don't tell the game. Yeah, because they didn't know what I was saying. I love the one in Babrabaka. Then you had in my have already some of other business. No police station, the government workers done. The police in Dohi, but I put a hag.
Yes, me that you see this 1 month lockdown. Even many people they believe because our government the government is our young hand now. Not the government.
Yeah.
Now many people have hanging them more. When they go business, I'm not saying that like that start home 1 month. Him and I have that me I go to the police station catch me but long even memory see. Even actually proof for that I have to go reach. So yeah, all we make you know have you long with that law side they can la reach mo kita. Even if I say I ain't grandma do Mohammed. Na lie ka work. Rock up my hand with them so rock up my hand with them so why let you die where I am sorry when you la ba ulu business like I mean that our army I want to go that many people many people believe
yes
if you go to lockdown
we do I said Rabba Kwagama this is Harayo Bodai this when the man of him walk. Oh,
yeah, no.
Okay, I'm not rule I pray that that December 2nd we raise our flag up or what again that is our flag up December 2nd. Oh, we okay, Bezu. Ogazi go.
Welcome back to my channel. I just allow this brother to pass his message. Anyway, I have seen most of your some of your comments. Donetsk was here. I don't think if you're still here, please like the video. We have 11 people watching at the moment. Click on like button. I think some of you have forgotten that you need to click on like button. Please do that as we are still broadcasting. Chroma is here. He said the zoo is panicking. Thumbs up and share the message. Go viral. And Armstrong is here as well. Armstrong, how are you? Good afternoon to you. Your time. Triple M, one of us, our brother. Nice to have you. Greetings to you. And Edwin is here as well. Chris M, my brother, where have you been? It has been long. I see you. It has been long. I think that was last 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. How are you all doing today? Okay, we are going to do a quick video at the moment. And just bear with me, okay? Let's go through it together. Like the video and don't forget to share it if you can. What you are seeing here, let me see if the camera will get it completely because I don't want to miss anything. Excuse me. I think I need to clean the lens. I think I have to clean the lens. Just a moment. Just a moment. Yeah, it's better now, isn't it? Okay. Our brother is watching us, of course. Watching the previous program. Okay, my brother, nice to have you back. You can see here, breaking, the Nigerian terrorist state has run out of options and idea that they have concluded to close Finnish embassy in Abuja and cut ties with Finland. Finland will have better future with emergency or state of Biafra than whatever the terrorist Nigerian state can offer. What have Finland benefited from Nigeria other than pushing Nigerian criminals to Finland who come with the fake and forged documents? Norway closed their embassy in Nigeria long ago. Their embassy is now in Ghana. They closed they lost nothing. They lose nothing, but the burden of certain, okay, they lose nothing, but the burden of certain fake and forged documents relieved. You know, PM is PM will go John. Say they did not lose anything. Instead of what they lost, what they lose is just like, you know, the burden of examining document and, you know, filtering the real and the fake one out is a very good work, isn't it? So this thing is not ordinary. You know, some people may say yes, that is just a normal thing. Nigeria government, they are angry. No, for Finnish government to allow them to cut ties and all that simply means that first country that have endorsed emergency of Biafra, is Finland. Of course, judging by the activities of Finnish government during the time of Nigerian Biafran's, you know, genocidal war, you can tell that Finnish government don't like injustice. They hate it so much. That does not mean that Biafrans are bribing them or giving them money or promising them heaven on earth and all that. No. Finnish people they have proved that their eyes cannot behold iniquity. They hate injustice. That is all I can say here. And it is very, very nice to see. Our PM has reactivated the spirit of Biafra in the life of Biafrans all over the world. Of course, it is finished August ago for Nigeria. I prefer to call Nigeria. Anyway, so my people, Finnish or Finland government, they have proved that countries of the world need to step up. They need to step up and do the needful. Okay, as I was reading the reaction from, you know, from previous posts from that PM made about the article, and all of a sudden we are now hearing another, you know, mind-blowing testimony in the sense that Finland government are willing, because the Nigerian government will not just wake up one day and say, okay, let us cut ties. I mean, something must have happened before you can do that. And that is the reason why we are here, to check or to go through those things that have happened. Do you understand how many people that have, you know, have reached out to Finnish embassy or Finnish ambassador in Nigeria? They are in Nigeria, right? But they're willing to cut ties just to prove a point that they cannot go down to their own rules because they want to rub powder with or do hanky-panky with the Nigerian government. That is a very big information. Very, very, very big information. What are they trying to achieve by buying every country's over? You can't bribe everybody. Finnish government have proved that you can't bribe them. And from what PM said, he did not just, I don't think that he just make up this, even though the news is not flying everywhere now, that Finnish embassies have been closed in Nigeria. And closing that simply means that Nigerians in Finland, what will be their fate? Because Nigerians don't understand what they're going to lose about it. It's just like PM said, that they have learned out of option. You cannot do, you know, these criminal activities over and over and over and expect everybody to go muted. You know, you can't do that. It will get a point where you have to face the reality. And the reality now is that Finland is not Kenya. It's not Kenya. It's not Benin Republic. It's not Niger. Even Niger now is not. I can't use Niger to do because of the new leadership in Niger and all that. So you cannot even use that at the moment. But somehow Nigerians call themselves giant of Africa because they want to replicate what Britain, is known for, which is acting as if you are untouchable, whereas you are not. You can do and not do. Maybe they did not believe that it will get to this point. Yes, they get the not only just one house, my brother. I think according to the report that I saw, is they said houses, meaning that it's not even one house, $2.2 million, and they're selling it publicly. Oh. Not they're not even. And today, another news in news have it that the what do they call it? The second jet, China have also confiscated another jet. Um, People don't know what is going on. I just received a call from one of my friends telling me that his bank manager called him to invest, to come and buy share. Want to buy share in Nigerian bank, and he was seeking for my opinion. I told him that you can buy if you want to buy share. Why don't you think twice? I mean, who share help in Nigeria? Who? If you have seen anybody that claimed that he benefited a lot from buying share in the bank. Is it bank that has, even if you own ATM card, you are the one paying for that ATM card? Not that you make payment to the card. Once you alert, you have to pay for that. Every update you pay for that. Bank ATM services, they are charging you every now and then. If you make a transaction, they have something that is not. It is very, very unique. I've not seen that. It's not that even before you can't experience that kind of thing before in Nigeria, but now you have it with you. Yeah, it is the e-minister private. Yeah, okay. What am I e-minister? E-minister. What am I e-minister private? Please let me know, and I would like to know what you mean by that, my brother Triple M. I'd like to know what you mean by that. The guest house in Liverpool, United Kingdom, is up for sale. That's what we're talking about. So this issue of ex-minister, yeah. Okay. And I don't think it will end there. I don't think it will end there. Anyway, let everything happen for a reason. Everything happen for a reason. That's all I can say about that. Okay. When you hear that Finnish government, that Nigerian is trying to close the embassy, imagine the series of meetings they have hosted or had with Finnish people just to make sure that they allow them to do Kenya 2.0, because they want everything to go in their way. And once it's not happening, they are running helter-skelter. You closing a Finnish embassy. How many Finnish people, how many Finnish citizens are in Nigeria doing business? If we believe, and it's not going to affect most of our brothers in Finland. Why? All they need to do is to declare themselves as Biafran and go to Biafran liaison office and seek, have their own asylum. Church closed. If they want to travel back to Nigeria, if Biafra have not come, then you have to go to nearest. Maybe they can use their Nigerian passport. I don't know if that is possible. But whatever it may be, is a very big shockwave to that Finnish government have sent to Nigeria. Then I believe that there were, during the beginning of all these things, most of them believe that it's just a click. How many of you listened to Voice of Chinas Award, where he said that Finnish government will not risk their what do they call it? A kind of, he said how many years ties, how many years ago did he even mention? A kind of, they will not accept to lose their relationship with the Nigerian government because of PM. Today, our market, you see, when people want to give you history, trying to deceive you, trying to tell you what they can do and what they can offer without knowing anything. Yeah, 40 years ties. You see, 40 years. That he was even saying it with confidence, and at the same time trying to mock Mas Namarakan, that Britain will not even give which is understandable. The one because British people are, there's no selfish country in this world to compare them. They are the number one selfish. When they talk about selfishness, they are number one. And to me, I saw what PM posted that I don't know if they have, liaison office already in UK. If you ask me, I don't know, but due to my own feeling on them, I don't even wish that we have any embassy with them. There, if I'm to choose one country that definitely will not even have anything both now and in the future, which is Britain. I don't. To me, they are the worst thing that happened to us. Worst thing. I, I can't compare them with any other country. They are the worst thing that happened to us, and still happening to us. Every wrong decision that every politician have made in Nigeria, from Awolowo, Zik, name it, go one, Britain is behind, always behind it, always. And not only in Britain, not only in Nigeria, in most of other countries as well. Like when you try to, if you check the history of Israel with the Palestinians, you can mention the problem they're having today without mentioning Britain. Why? And the same group of people will turn around and tell you that they're great. You'll be wondering, what great on what? Masekai, tell that your friend to think twice, because the man in charge of today, Central Bank of Zoo, use every available means to siphon people's hard-earned money. Although I've told him what to do, he don't need to do that. Of course, I explained to him. I'm not. You see, I just jumped it because I don't want to tell. I don't want to start telling you, saying what I told him. But if you are trying to do the same thing or thinking like that way, you're wasting. It's not even if at all. Let's assume that there's nothing like siphoning money at all. Business wise, it's not profitable because there's other things you need to put your money into that will generate more money. Okay, the one I told him last 2 months, he's testifying about it on what I told him to do. So you don't just bring your money. If you want to be a business person, you need to come out and do the business. You don't just sit in your house and wishing that I want to be a business. I want to do business. No. If you have, for example, just let's say 2 million or 3 million Nigerian money, there are some things you need to do as somebody who lives in abroad. You don't. First of all, you don't need to be. You will not be afraid of. Oh, who will take? How will I protect this business? Or maybe what will I do if I do this? You don't need to be afraid of anything. All you need to do is just do it and have every valid information about what you have done and wait. You wait. You see. You know, sometimes you see the income. You see the outcome. This one is not. This one is not like, oh, I open business. My family run it down. No. My friend that I trusted the business around it that no, because that had been the problem that most people living abroad have. You work and save money, and you call your brothers or your sisters in at home. They believe that you are plotting the money. It is so easy. So if you are giving that, if you are calling them to manage business, you are somehow is not. I don't know. It may be okay. It may work for some, but it's not. Yeah, one out of 100 will work. You understand? So you can't say that it's working. 1 out of 100 is very, very low percentage. It's very, very low. So I told him, and he understand what I said. You cannot just Nigerian banking system. I know I'm a friend who opened bank in Nigeria like that, sending money after working every month. Once he receives his salary, he will do this. Then he was doing that. This so-called bank manager, all of a sudden, told him that there's no money in your account. He was like, "Why?" He said the bank manager was asking him, "I thought you came back because I thought all of a sudden I was wondering how come you withdraw the money without even telling me." The bank manager was reporting to him before him noticing that there's no money in his account. Until this day, he can't do anything. He couldn't do anything. He was planning to travel. And they gave, maybe I don't know if he told the bank manager that he planned to come back, that made him to, divert that money, and nobody can trace it. Or the bank manager refused to answer his call, and that is the end. Not, reasonable amount of money anyway. Okay, So when you hear this kind of news, is a sign that other countries will follow suit. It's a matter of time. And like I told you that I was reading something before I saw the news that Nigerian government is now considering folding the embassy of Finland in Nigeria and all that. But you cannot blame Finland for that, because they're the only they are the country that know what rule of law means, not like Nigeria. Now here is another information that I was reading before this breaking news, of Nigerian planning to close Finnish embassy. This is what Daily Post posted. Simon Ekpa comments AEI follow Ruby over call for U.S. support of Biafra liberation. The Simon Ekpa-led Biafran Republic government in exile has held call for a senior fellow at the American Enterprise Institute and an investor, Michael Ruby, on the incoming administration of the United States to consider the self-actualization of Biafra. Ekpa reacted through a statement on his official X account on Thursday. An article titled "The Next Administration Must Keep an Eye on Nigerians" published on Tuesday in an American journal, highlighting the need for whoever emerged as U.S. state president in the forthcoming presidential election to back the call for Biafra liberation. Okay. In his words, Ruby said, owing to Biafran's continued agitation for liberation, Biafrans, it seems want to self-determination. Even if they do not declare independence. However, the Nigerian government's unwillingness to address ethnic persecution and anti-Christian discrimination cannot continue. Reacting, Ekpa lauded Ruby for highlighting the plight of Biafrans and the agitation of Biafran self-rule. He boasted that the declaration of Biafran independence would hold on December 2nd, 2024. Thank you, Michael Ruby, for highlighting the plight of Biafran people as well as the Biafran government in exile self-referendum. It is a great honor for us to be discussed by someone of your prestige and eminence, he said. Recall Biafran government claim in July 2024 that over 15 million Biafrans voted for Biafran self-referendum. Not anyway, you may say claim, but the evidence is there. Before you guys were using the word, online, everything online. Your online president. The same people telling you online, they are the one writing online, calling people to go and arrest the person that they say is online president. This is online. Why don't you use physical board to do that? After saying all those propaganda, after lying to people, after claiming what you are when you are not, after claiming that you hold him, you do this, you do that, people don't have shame, to be honest with you. And it's not a surprise. It's not a surprise to me, because I know.
Fine, Ruben. Thank you for having me once again.
Many people fail to understand the reason why Biafra are actually seeking for independence, seeking to have their own freedom, seeking to be on their own, wishing not to continue the way things are in Nigeria. Many of them that understand it, they pretend that they don't understand it because they know that they are not part of it. It's just like somebody who owns gold. You are wearing gold on your neck, and somebody who wishes to have gold, is pretend that, oh, this gold is not gold, or you are just wearing iron. But deep down his mind, he knows that you have gold. But all his prayer points, all his wishes is to be like you. But you don't know that. They will turn around and start telling you, oh, do you know that your brother is wearing iron? He's wearing iron on his neck. Okay, you will turn around and say, oh, I don't mind him, he's wearing iron. The worst part is that he's actually making a yanga with that iron. But the person telling you that it's iron, no better than you do, because you believed him that this your brother is wearing iron. That's what some of Igbos are doing. Those people who claim they are not, do know they are not part of Biafra. And instead of them to appreciate who you are, they are lying to you, pretending that you are wasting your time, that Biafra is dead. Haven't I told you? I told you now. Haven't I said to you? You know you are wasting your time. You already know that Biafra cannot come. After all, your brother Ojukwu, your brother Peter Obi, the Ojukwu fought and he couldn't, get Biafra. And then they refused to pay attention why he did not get the Biafra. But they will be quick to tell you why he failed to get Biafra. One of them, that we listened yesterday, was saying, talking about Wazirike, that Wazirike failed. But you don't pay attention why Wazirike failed. They don't want to discuss about that. The focus is just to, buy your idea, just to deceive you that you are making mistake by calling for, independence of Biafra. You are just, you are deluded. You don't know what I'm saying. But those who know. Do you understand? Anybody know that what you are saying, what you are doing is the right thing to do. Okay? So, my people, I just want to write on this, because anybody that tells you that Biafra is you guys are wasting time, you guys are doing, they are saying it out of fear. Deep down in their mind, they know that you mean what you're saying. Like what that Oduduwa lady said in the video, which I played her video in our previous broadcast. I told you what she said, and that is the truth. You cannot lie. You can't be more Catholic than Pope. We understand everything, and it's a matter of time. I just want to say this because this video that I'm about to play now, connect the dot with what we discussed yesterday about those who claim they are not Igbo, those who say they are not Igbo, those who say that Igbos are forcing themselves on you, and you are the one, as an Igbo man, you are forcing yourself on them. Okay? Connect the dot with what you're about to listen. Now, this is the interview between Ruben Abati and other people. And so not other people, this person. Now, hear this.
Fine, Ruben, thank you for having me once again. You made a comment which resonated with me, and that is one of the reasons why I'm here.
Right.
Fine, Ruben, thank you for having me once again. You made a comment which resonated with me, and that's one of the main reasons why I'm here this morning. You talked about mainstream Igbo. What is that? I don't think there's anything called mainstream Igbo. Because, you see, if we go back a little bit in history.
One thing about these people, they know they have every adjective to, pass this narrative that you are main Igbo and other ones are not main Igbo. They have that in their mind. They understand it very, very, very well. So when you hear them talking about mainstream Igbo and non-mainstream Igbo, they're telling you that you are the real Igbo. So what is the right that Ruben Abati have to segregate? But they will sit down in their station using this kind of word to divide, to demarcate, to separate you from your real identity, to create pass negative message to corrupt the mindset of the gullible. This man here is sounding this way because he has seen the light. He has seen the light. Like Biafran Information Minister said here, he said, hold on, let the camera capture it properly because I want you to be clear. Just a moment. This is what we go through when you're swimming with this kind. Okay, now the Biafran government Bia has defeated all. I think Biafran government has defeated all the lies and propaganda. What would Abe Abati do now? Okay, now listen.
Even from the coup that brought...
Start from the beginning so that I will not interrupt you again.
Once again. You made a comment which resonated with me, and that is one of the main reasons why I'm here this morning. You talked about mainstream Igbo. What is that? I don't think there's anything called mainstream Igbo. Because, you see, if we go back a little bit in history, even from the coup that brought, that truncated Nigerians' democracy, as far as I'm concerned, and put us in the quandary we seem to be in 1966.
He's saying that with that he don't want to go through the reason why that coup, why they choose to carry out coup. Then, if you pay attention to the reasons, you may end up clapping for the people that get yourself involved in that coup. But that's not the reason why you are here. And he knows the reason. He only trying to kind of condemn that because he's speaking, in favor of Nigerian state. That's the only reason. But the truth of the matter is that people that carry that coup, they're not blood-sucking individuals. There's something they know that most of us don't know. But if you listen to people that know the reason why they decide to organize that coup, you end up clapping for them. But let it be a story for another day.
One of the major participants was a young man he was a major, Zogu. He's from Okpanam. Okpanam is just 2 minutes away from Asaba. It's more or less the same place as Asaba, which makes him an Oshimili Igbo person. From that axis, the Anyocha Oshimili area, we speak exactly the same kind of... When I have a discussion with any brother of mine across the Niger, he understands what I'm saying. There might be little fluctuations of one word. We can say shine, they can say rine, and little things.
You still need more information, my brother. When they said it, like little thing, that little thing did not end only between people from Anyama and other people from across the River Niger. No, you still have that little difference even in across Niger. So some of you that come from Igbo-speaking Delta, Igbo-speaking Benue, Igbo-speaking Calabar, all of you that speaks Igbo, your Igbo is not different from the one you have in the so-called five states in the Biafra land. They are the same. The only that little thing that is making you feel that you are somehow different from the others, it still exists even in our midst. Inside the Biafran land, in the Igbo tribe of Igbo part of Biafra, in the so-called 5 states, Igbo 5 states. So that mindset, you cannot allow somebody from Sabongeri to come and tell you how your language is. You don't need to allow somebody from Oyo to come and tell you how your language is. You are the one that need to tell them who you are. And when the broadcast that we made yesterday, when I was talking about Equal peoples and what is the name of this in Kan area River State, in Kachita River State, Wike, that they are from Benin, that the ancestors came from Benin. Somebody made a comment and narrated it very, very clear. And that comment, I mean, I love what the person said. I know one thing about comment section is that you don't know who is talking to you, right? You can only read, and if you want to have any question, you can put it back. The person may, if you have chance, to reply back. I don't know the person, but what he said is very, 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 very clear. He says something that I want us to understand. On that comment section, the person said, I don't know if it's a woman or a man, to be honest. He said that Wike and his group that are pushing the narrative of that they come from Benin and all that they took their time they wrote to Oba of Benin to endorse and comment on them that they are part and parcel of Benin Kingdom. And Oba of Benin rejected that request. Do you understand it? I said, okay. So elders from Ikwere and Okwani and other parts who claim they came from Benin, deceiving their children. But they're looking for backup of their fake history. And Oba refused because you know one thing about all these ancient title holders like Oba Kingdom and all those things, like Ileife, for example. They don't joke with some of their culture. They know what the implication of bringing a stranger into their kingdom. They know what it means. So they are not all that liberal, just to welcome anything and accept anything you see. Somehow they want to maintain their custodian. And a Benin man also made it clear that these people are the ones saying they have come from Benin. They are saying it, thinking that they will irritate you. You are not precious. You are not even good. The reason why people are saying that you are Igbo is because you are Igbo. If you say you are not Igbo, okay, but people cannot join you to say they're not Igbo when they know they are. So that's the essence of the referendum. Referendum will now tell us how many of you want to drag the rest to Benin or how many of you don't want. It's not as if Igbos are going to gain something from that. Our population, even if, for example, but it's not going to work. If Igbo people say, if 5 states that people see as Igbo today said, okay, let us just go and have a country, the population, the landmark is enough to be a country. Let me just make it clear to you guys, because if you are one of the people thinking that if you don't give them, if you do not join them now, they will not be a country. It's a lie. It is a lie. So don't think that there's something good people want to get from you and all that. What you think you have there, we have it there. You have it on the other side. So it's as simple as it's in fact, you should be happy that your brothers are actually looking for you. It is not easy. Anyway, let me allow this brother to finish what he was saying.
Like that. But in the main, it is the same dialect, it is the same language. Now, when you look at even the effort of...
Now, that's the end of the short video. That's the end of it. And the message, because Information Minister did not post all the interview, but this part that he debunked and corrected Ruben is the part that we are interested on, and which is good. So I love the way that he cut it actually, because it's going to waste our time. So my people, we have to end it now and to come back again, okay? Because I'm trying to minimize the minutes of the video. We are always, some people, when I was streaming long video, they complain. Now I started having 1 hour and some minutes. They're still complaining. So let me see if this short one will help. Okay, because I don't have time to upload, do reaction video that would be 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I don't have that time because it requires a lot of time to do that and start attaching something and other. So sometimes I don't have that time to do it. I can only do it once in a while, but that's why I prefer this kind of broadcast. So I will just do it and focus on my work. Okay, thank you so much and enjoy your day. Bye for now. OBS, I think he said in there, well, good afternoon from my end, my Mechuko Kakabiama. Bless you and your family. Ise. Sorry, Sonny, greetings to you. And Dada Zaza, I hear you, I greet you. He don't know what freedom is all about. That's what from Triple M. Okay, guys, let's continue and see you again. And bye for now. Take care.
Even the 1 month lockdown, give follows. They get your winning so that the one me but I call it my police station. They are white boys so that the market get the Biafra, so one individual to save. So that I target here in the boardroom, may he work or 1 month lockdown. So when you like
one more question. Big like one the bad, and they won't what see you. Then that 1 month lockdown, ask for the business Ganaga. Then the Ganaga, and all the police that don't have the game. Because then I what I was saying, the lockdown one in Mabrabaka. Then you had in my have already some business. No police station, the government workers, that don't know the police do, but I could have a bitch.
yes, me that even you this 1 month lockdown. Even many people they believe because our government the government is try your hand now. The government. Yes. Many people have any more. That's at home 1 month. Him and I have that I got to a police station catch Biafra long even the memories. If I actually prove for her that I have to go rich. So yeah, we bet you on have you long with that law side again, like the gym with it. Even if they are selling the animal have now like okay walk. Rock up my have so why let you down? Why I'm not sorry. When you're like our business I mean that's our army. Yeah, our army got for that. So that many people make one when I mean many people.
Yes, yes.
One month lockdown.
I said, this is Harayo Bodai. This is again one day, man, of people have all our walk. Okay, I'm not I pray that this year that December 2nd, we raise our flag up. Or what they give it there, that is our flag up December 2nd. Oh, we're going to win. Okay, Ogazi go.